Hello, good morning, traders. I want to welcome you to a brand new trading day. This is Avila FX Academy, and on this channel, we'll bring you daily market analysis and forecasts, which has been a good one. And if you're new to this channel, just go ahead and subscribe. Subscribe to this channel so that you can receive this kind of videos every time we post them, which is always the daily analysis, Monday down to Friday. Now, our takeoff time is usually 6:30 a.m. Nigerian time. So you want to take note of that time so that you can join us to know the direction the market is expected to go for the day. All right, so let's get started into what we have for today. Now, before we talk about what we have for today, I want to give you an update on the analysis of yesterday. And I'm going to start with the GBP card. Now, yesterday, Tuesday, I gave a bullish outlook on the GBP card. Let me just quickly scroll to where it is here. All right. So I had a bullish outlook on GBP card. You can see the arrow, the setup is still there, and price has broken out exactly in the direction of the analysis. In fact, the first take profit level has been hit at around 35 pips thereabout, and price is still progressing in the second take profit level. Now that tells you that this analysis is very accurate and it works. Now there's also a second setup I gave, which is NZD card. I gave quite a lot, but I'm just showing you the ones that have moved into profit, out of all the ones I gave. NZD card is another one. Yeah, this is NZD card. Price is still proceeding, in line with the analysis. It's just recently broke above the resistance level where I give projection is going to break out above, and so that means we should still expect further bullish movement on the NZD card. All right, so that's all with the update from yesterday. Now let's go into what we have today. What we have for today. All right, so today I'm going to be looking at some JPY pairs. I'm going to be looking at some JPY pairs, then Euro and the GBP USD. So I'm going to start with the Euro JPY. The Euro JPY. So let me just quickly go ahead and look for it on the chart. All right, so I found the Euro JPY. Now, if you're new to this channel, then I tell you, you are missing a lot if you are not subscribed. And if you're not on my Telegram channel, you are actually missing a lot more. If you look around this video, around the description, around the comment section, you will find a link to my Telegram channel. You can reach out to me there. You also find my WhatsApp details if you want a one-on-one conversation or you want mentorship. Just reach out to me through this outlet and I'll be there to respond to you. Now, it's in proven times with that number that one of the best ways to learn how to trade Forex is through mentorship. You can go watching videos, but then it's always better when you have someone hold your hands and show you how this works. And that's what I provide at my mentorship. So just go over to the WhatsApp details on this video or go to my YouTube channel and get across to me for mentorship. I'll be there waiting for you. All right, so this is the Euro JPY on the 4-hour time frame. Right on the 4-hour time frame, price has been making a series of lower highs, lower highs, and currently price is at this axis here. And there's a minor resistance around that region also, which can lead us into a bearish direction. So here we have a confluence where the trend line and the resistance meet. All right, so technically we're looking for a bearish continuation on the Euro JPY. We're expecting price to break out further into the bearish direction. So we're going to move over now to a lower time frame, like 30 minutes time frame. You can see we still have the arrow pointing down. So on the 30-minute time frame, we have our trend lines drawn to form a rising wedge pattern. Now, price has broken out below the rising wedge, so technically we should be in the buy zone, but then we should also not neglect the fact that there is a minor support zone around this region, and price needs to clearly break out below that support before we trigger a sell. All right, so anytime price breaks out below the support zone, you're free to trigger a sell on the Euro JPY, and if that happens, I mean, just trigger your sell and you see price go your way into the bearish direction. So I'm bearish on the Euro JPY on the 30 minutes time frame for today. So I want you to take note of that. And using a Fibonacci tool, we can also see the projected profit taking levels on this particular instrument. At least price is expected to hit Fibonacci 38.2, Fibonacci 50, and possibly Fibonacci 61.8. These are three levels price might get to in the course of the day. So we're bearish on the Euro JPY. All right, next instrument I'll be analyzing is the CAD JPY, and I'm equally bearish on the CAD JPY. But this one, I'll start my analysis from the higher time frame, which is a weekly time frame. Now, for this instrument, price closed as a rejection candle last week. The candle that closed last week Friday, the weekly time frame, closed as a rejection candle. You can see it up there. That was a rejection candle. Now, what is also amazing about this is that it closed also on a psychological level. Now, psychological levels are round numbers. 117.000. All right, so technically that will give it a bearish outlook. We should be looking for a bearish movement. Why is that so? Because when price hits a resistance, we expect price to reverse to the bearish direction. And this psychological level is acting as a resistance in this instance. So since it's acting as a resistance, well, the direction we should be looking at is the bearish one so that we can trade the reversal in price. So what we trade is the reversal of price as it breaks out to the downside. So we can now go to a lower time frame. Let's check out the 4-hour time frame. So this is a 4-hour time frame, and on the 4-hour, we're waiting for a breakout to the downside, to the bearish direction. We still have our trend line drawn also. So we're going to be anticipating the movement of price below this current level to trigger a sell on the CAD JPY. So we're very bearish on the CAD JPY today. Anytime price breaks out below that minor support zone and below that lower trend line, it will be a time to trigger a movement in the bearish direction. Again, we can draw our Fibonacci to see projected price levels. Now, price is expected to hit Fibonacci 38.2, Fibonacci 50, and possibly Fibonacci 61.8. So I'm bearish on the card JPY. If you're just joining this video, just go ahead and like this video, share this video, so that more people can view it and they can get notice. I mean, and the algorithm can be triggered, and most importantly, subscribe to this channel so that anytime I drop this kind of videos, you will get notified. And look around this video, you see the link to my Telegram channel where I drop more signals, more tips, and also where you can reach out to me for mentorship. And around this video also you have the link, to my WhatsApp. You can reach out to me on WhatsApp if you want direct access and you want mentorship. All right, so let's check the next instrument, and that will be the GBP USD. The GBP USD. Now, GBP USD has been in a downtrend for quite some time now. So we can draw a trend line to identify the downward movement. Now, what I'm seeing here is price trying to approach this trend line, and upon touching that trend line, I'm expecting some, well, it will be a continuation rather, not a reversal in the bearish direction, and that may happen possibly in the course of today. Let's just watch out. Let's watch out and see how this works. So we can go to a lower time frame, like let's do 30 minutes again. So on the 30-minute time frame, we'll draw a trend line and a second one to give a rising wedge pattern. Okay, I think we should go down to 15 minutes for this. I'm seeing something else. All right, good. Now the 15 minutes time frame, we can actually make, a faster entry. So on the 15 minutes, we can have a trend line drawn here and a second one right here to give us a rising wedge, and we may get a faster breakout. All right, so we're expecting a bearish breakout on the GBP USD after price must have hit the trend line on the 4-hour time frame. So we're bearish on the GBP USD. So finally, we'll be looking at the Euro AUD. Now this one is a swing setup. This is a swing setup, like I said. So here we're going to be looking at the weekly time frame. Now on the weekly time frame, price has been in a downtrend, but then recently price hit the trend line, all right, and formed a rejection candle. So we are anticipating a bounce to the upside this week. Okay, so we'll go straight to the 4 hour time frame. So why are we checking the weekly time frame? Now the weekly time frame, if you want to do swing trading, which is trades that could run into days and weeks, but also that can give potentially large amount of profit, then you need to look at the weekly time frame to get direction. Now, basically, with top down analysis, we use the higher time frame to get the direction of the market, while we use the smaller time frame to make entry. Now, with price hitting this trend line on the weekly time frame, then I come over to the 4 hour to look at potential entry. I'm seeing something forming here, which looks a lot like a double bottom pattern. It's still in formation though, and if it completes, this is how I believe price will move upwards. All right, so but at the same time, I can still draw my trend line and a second one to form a falling wedge pattern. So on the weekly time frame, I have a downtrend. Sorry, I have price bouncing off trend line on the weekly time frame. On the 4 hour time frame, I'm seeing the formation of a double bottom pattern and a falling wedge. Let's check if there's anything on the daily. Nothing much on the daily, so we stick with just the weekly and the 4 hour time frame. Now, there's also a portion called the neckline where price needs to break out before I trigger my entry. That's the midpoint of the double bottom pattern. It's called the neckline, that area there. So if price breaks out above the neckline region and above the upper trend line, then we'll be ready to trigger a buy on the Euro AUD. And using a Fibonacci, like I said, this is going to be a swing that can take several days and even possibly some weeks. But then the profit will equally be very, very massive. A Fibonacci also will draw it. All right, let me leave out the Fibonacci on this one. But we're expecting hundreds of pips of movement on this particular one. So we're bullish on the Euro AUD on the 4 hour time frame. All right, that'll be all from my morning analysis today. If you did enjoy this analysis, go ahead and click the like button, click the share button so that more people, the algorithm can be triggered and more people can get to see this video. And most importantly, subscribe to this channel so they can get notified whenever I drop my next video. This morning analysis comes up every day, Monday to Friday by 6:30 a.m. So you can join me to get access, an insight into what the market holds for each day. This channel is Avila FX Academy. We're trading academy where we teach you how to trade the forex market and become profitable. Most importantly, become profitable. And if you want mentorship, you can reach out to me. You can see somewhere around this video, around the comment section, you have the link to my Telegram channel. You can join the Telegram channel to get more tips and more signals. And also, you can reach out to me for mentorship. I hold one-on-one mentorship sessions. You can see the WhatsApp details right in this video around the area where you found the link to the Telegram channel. All right, so I hope to hear from you. Trade safe and do enjoy the day ahead. Bye for now.